Greetings, welcome to the Heart of Jesus. This week I'm inspired to speak to you from John chapter 4, where Jesus encounters the woman by the well in Samaria. Now, Jesus is found sitting at the well, and when he finds the Samaritan woman drawing to him, he asks her for a drink of water. The Samaritan woman, now surprised, asks Jesus, "What dealings does a Jew have with a Samaritan?" And Jesus gives her a very interesting response. He tells her in verse 10, "If you knew the gift of God, and who is it that asks you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living waters." Jesus goes on to point at the well that they were by, and he tells her, "If you drink by this well, you will thirst again." And in verse 14 he tells her, "But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life." The woman then tells to Jesus, "Sir, give me this water, that I would not thirst anymore, neither come here to draw water." Now it's very interesting that she tells Jesus that I would no longer come to this well to draw water. You see, women and wells have a very interesting history in the Bible. It is by a well that Isaac met his wife Rebekah, and it is by a well that Jacob saw Rachel, and it is also by a well where Moses met his future wife, Jethro's daughter, that was Zipporah. And here is this woman telling Jesus, "Give me water that I would no longer thirst and that I would no longer draw from this well again." Jesus further goes along to identify this woman as a person who has had 5 husbands and who is currently living with a man who is not even her husband. Now, here is a woman with a history of broken marriages, a history of broken relationships. And she's come to Jesus at a well that she no longer desires to draw water from. And she's asking Jesus, "Give me water that I would thirst no more." There are too many broken wells in the world. And there are too many wells that are drying up, causing people to drink again and again, but never quenching their thirst. And here is Jesus appearing before this woman and saying, "Drink of me. The water that you drink of me will cause you to thirst no more." What are the broken wells in your life? What are the wells in your life that have no depth and that are drying up? We hear the cry of God in Jeremiah 2 verse 13, where he says, "For my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and they have hewn for themselves cisterns, broken cisterns which cannot hold water." The truth of the matter is, God never forsakes us, and God never leaves us. Jesus never denies an audience of those who cry out or those who come to him. The issue is where God tells us that we have forsaken him. It is we who make a conscious choice to draw away from him. If our thirst or our hunger for Jesus has not increased from yesterday or from the previous season in our life, then we are slowly drawing away and thirsting for him in places where there is water that will never quench our thirst. Now, the heart of Jesus to the woman by the well is still relevant for us today. The words that he said to her still echoes today in our life. "Whoever drinks of me will never thirst again." Now Jesus goes ahead to reveal himself to this woman that he is the Messiah. And her response is amazing. In John 4 verses 28, the Bible gives us a very interesting detail. The woman then left her water pot and went her way. She leaves her water pot by that well, never to draw from it again, never to drink from that well again. She makes a conscious choice to leave that water pot by that well, and she leaves that well. People of God, it is a choice for us every day to leave the water pot by the broken wells of this world, to choose to stop drawing from wells that cry out for our affection and our attention, and to make a conscious choice every single day to go to Jesus and drink from Him and be satisfied with the living waters that come from Him. May you leave your water pot by the broken wells of this world, and may you no longer draw water from wells that are dry. May your thirst for Jesus be sanctified. May your hunger and your worship for Jesus this week, this day, go to a deeper place. May you know that it is a choice every day to go to Him, to drink of Him. It is our joy. It is our privilege. May you drink of Him every single day. Until we meet again, you are blessed.